Let's be real. When you're running a small business, whether you're a photographer, a designer, or a florist, your website is your digital handshake. It's the first thing people see. In my spare time, I'm a photographer. And as a photographer, I need to show my audience my aesthetic. I need a site that reflects my specific style, not just another cookie cutter template. If you're like me, you've probably tried those one-click AI builders, but most of them, they're just generic. They feel like a cheap suit that doesn't fit. They're cluttered, they're dated, and honestly, they kill your brand's vibe. If you want a home for your craft, you want something that looks like it costs 10 grand to design, but you don't want to actually spend that 10 grand. That's where Lokuma comes in. Honestly, it's not about the tech or the AI, it's about the design aesthetic. Quick context before we open the product.
Most AI builders are one giant generate and pray call. You get a draft, you live with it. Lokuma 2.0 rebuilt the whole thing as a real agent loop. Plan first. The agent drafts a build plan before any code runs. Targeted patching. When you swap one image or change one section, the rest of the site doesn't break. Live preview. You watch the design come together.
For us, for portfolio size, this is the unlock. A portfolio is never done. You swap images, retitle series, change palettes 30 times. Lokuma 2.0 is the first AI builder that holds together through that. Okay, let's build.
Top nav, click industries.
For a photographer, click art and design. That's where photographers and visual pros live in Lokuma's taxonomy.
You don't land on a generic gallery. You land on templates curated for visual professionals, work grid forward, editorial, restrained image led. You can pick a template and customize, or skip and go straight to the prompt. I'm going to skip.
I want to show you Lokuma building from scratch on the photography. This is the most important step for visual people.
Before you type anything, drop in your strongest photographs, not all your work, your strongest 5 frames. Lokuma reads these to pull color, mood, and visual language directly from your photography.
Garbage in, garbage out. Phone snaps give you a phone snap site. Give it your portfolio. Now the prompt. Plain language, no engineering.
Portfolio for Mira Chen, editorial portrait photographer in Brooklyn. Cinematic muted mid-century editorial. Audience, magazines, ad agencies, fashion brands. Work organized by series. About page. Contact for bookings.
Don't open ChatGPT and ask it to engineer a beautiful brief. Won't help. The intelligence lives in the agent, not in your words. What matters is who the audience is and how the work should be structured. Lokuma handles the rest.
Submit, and a panel slides in from the left. Short, smart questionnaire. The smart part, Lokuma reads my prompt first, then asks only what's missing. Vibe. I tap atmospheric and immersive, audience, industry professionals. Visitors do. Learn about the brand, get in touch. Hero layout, visual previews of each option. Full bleed immersive is the obvious pick for an editorial portrait photographer. Tap it.
And here's the move I love. Every question has a Let AI Decide button. If you don't have an opinion on something, you don't need one. Tap it, move on. This is why Lokuma works for creatives. You're not a brand strategist, you're a photographer. The product asks photographer questions in visual language, not marketing questions in marketing language.
Hit go, live preview, plan first agent. Watch this. You see it lay down the structure hero, work grid, series sections, about, contact. Then it applies the design system, type pairing, palette, image placement. The whole thing builds in front of you. What landed in my run? Full bleed hero, single photograph, name and tagline anchored bottom left. Not a canvas center stack, real editorial type pair, serif over clean sans, and the work section actually grouped into series, each with breathing room and a short curatorial note.
Now to refine, you've got two modes, and this is the core of the whole product. So pay attention.
Mode 1, Visual Edit. Flip it on and click any element on the page directly. A toolbar pops up right on the canvas. Replace, Edit Link, select Parent, ask AI, click a portrait, and you can swap it on the spot. An edit link lets you point any element, a photo, a series cover, your name, to wherever you want it to go. An upcoming exhibition page, your Instagram, a press feature. The site quietly doubles as a launchpad to everywhere else your work lives. Select Parent is the clever one. Click the image, then climb up to select the whole section it lives in, so you're editing at the right level instead of fighting the layout. Every element you select gets its own AI box. Point at one photo, type describe what to change about this image, and the AI is scoped to just that image, nothing else. There's even a view code button if you want to see exactly what's under the hood. This is pixel level control without ever opening a menu. Mode 2, Discuss. This is the one that surprised me. Instead of clicking, just talk to it. Make the hero feel more clinical, tighten the work grid, and watch what Lokuma does before it touches your site. It replies, design direction first, then code, and it actually writes out the rationale, the atmosphere, the type logic, the layout reasoning in full before a single line changes. You read the thinking, you approve it, then it builds.
That's the plan first loop from earlier. Except now it's editing. You're never surprised by what ships. Each edit runs a credit, so you always see what you're spending.
Then the quick stuff. Right side of the editor, Style panel. 3 tabs, all instant, no rerunning the agent. Palette, fonts, brand.
Palette for a photographer, this decides everything.
Lokuma shows palettes compatible with archive, curated to fit your current style. Off-white and ink, linen and oxblood, alabaster and gold, each with a mood label. I tap off-white and ink, one click, the whole site reskins. Try a loud one like cream and violet, and Lokuma warns you, not typically paired with current style. It quietly tells you no. Fonts, same setup, compatible pairs up top. For editorial work, I'd grab Bodoni Moda and Source Serif 4, the Luxt magazine editorial pair. One click, the whole type system swaps. Brand, your wordmark, name only, or upload a logo for icon plus name, plus an optional subtitle for your location or tagline. And here's where the targeted patching matters. Swap an image in the work section, and the hero doesn't break, the about doesn't break, just that one section updates. That's what makes Lokuma usable across the 30 edits a real portfolio takes. Step 5, Dashboard. Preview the site, look left, Full Project Dashboard. 2 sections matter for photographers. SEO, every page title, meta description, heading hierarchy, editable in one panel.
When an art director Googles your name, this is what decides if your site shows up. Most photographer portfolios fail this test.
Lokuma makes it a 5-minute job. Submissions, every contact form inquiry comes here, stored in your project. No third-party form service to set up. Every booking inquiry, every magazine email in one place.
Plus overview, settings, and leads and analytics, mark coming soon. Lokuma isn't just a generate tool, it's the whole loop in one product.
Now ship it. Hit publish. Your site goes live on a Lokuma subdomain, free instantly. A lot of AI builders gate publishing behind a subscription. Lokuma doesn't. So test the site with friends. Send it to one art director you trust. Get real feedback before you commit anything. For a working portfolio, the Lokuma subdomain isn't going to fly. You need yourname.com. Open the domains panel, connect your domain. You're live under your real identity. That part is on a paid plan, but the fact that you can build and ship the whole thing for $0 is rare in this space.
Quick note for designers and developers in the audience.
Lokuma has a second product, Design Agent. Same design intelligence I just walked you through, packaged as an API your AI coding agents can call. One shell command to install, drop in your API key, and Claude Code cursor or Codex now has design reasoning built in. Layout, typography, hierarchy, visual refinement. If you build client sites with AI agents and you're tired of generic AI UIs, this is the missing layer. Their product hunt number one, link in the description.
Final test. Would I, as a working creative, actually send a Lokuma build portfolio to a magazine, an ad agency, a fashion brand? In my round, yes. Editorial layout, real type pairing, photography that breathes, restrained palette, none of the tales that scream AI generated in 3 minutes. That's the whole pitch. For visual pros, your site isn't a marketing asset. It's the audition. And until now, AI builders couldn't audition. They were too obviously machine-made for any art director to take seriously. Lokuma 2.0 is the first one I've used that walks into the room and reads the part. If that's you, stop reading reviews. Open the link in the description. Free plan takes 30 seconds to spin up. Build the site with your real strongest work, not test photos, and send it to one art director you trust. See what comes back. If you've been waiting for the AI builder that doesn't make your work look like a side hustle, this is the one. Hit like, drop a comment with what you'd build, subscribe for more walkthroughs like this. See you in the next one.